Hello, welcome. My name is Kai. I'm the creator of this NFTpatent.net, and today I'm going to help you or guide you to go through the process of filing a patent license NFT. This is not a patent NFT; it's a patent license NFT. Traditionally, patent license has always been about royalty, and this has to be done on a one-to-one basis, and it takes time because people cannot agree on between 2.5% and 3%. On top of that, you require a very lengthy licensing agreement. What I've done is that I reversed the whole process. What I've done is that I limited the amount of NFT to be issued, in this case 100, and instead of asking for the royalty, what I have done is that I have discounted the future royalties that is potentially available to this patent, and then use that as a one-time cost to buy this NFT. So it all depends. It's like what the seller wants and what the buyers were willing to pay. So what I've done here is that I included that as an option for the buyer to bid for the NFT itself. There will be a reserve price, of course, for the seller. Now, if you understand that, let's begin. You have to go to the next page, which is the poly.nft. Poly.nft. Sorry about that. Looks like my cough is coming back. Anyway, this is the page poly.nftpatent.net. You can come here from the front page anyway. So it's under Mint Live. Okay, traditionally you need to have a MetaMask account. If you don't have, you can't do this. You also need to have what they call Matic tokens. And if you don't have, you can't do this as well. Matic tokens are used for the Polygon blockchain, just like Ethers for Ethereum. So you need to buy them from an exchange or something like that. Okay, I'm not going to go into those details. If you can see on the right hand side, there's a tick. The tick means you are connected to my contract, my smart contract, which is written in Solidity, and it's already posted successfully on the Polygon network. That's why all it means is that you're connected. That's all. If you don't have the wallet, you will not see this tick. The second part you need to do is to press on the token, tap token, and you can see the contract there if you want. This is the, you don't have to do anything for that, right? That's the address, the token address of the contract. The important part, of course, is the add minter. Normally I would use this add minter thing, but for this purpose we will not. The reason is that add minter is actually a whitelist to make sure that you are the actual patentee. Otherwise, we have a lot of Tom, Dick, and Harry trying to file NFT when they are not the actual patentee. Right, so that's not going to be an issue because this is just a demonstration. Even though it's a live demonstration, it actually works on the system. Now, the crucial part is the image, which is going to come next. Image. The image, we're going to use a front cover of your patent, not your patent application, your patent. I think for most of us who have a patent, you will know what I'm talking about. It's not the wonderful, that colorful yellow color. It's actually the written stuff that you see in the PDF version. Remember, you cannot use a PDF here. You cannot use a PDF here. You have to convert the PDF into the JPEG, which I have done in my case. Right. As a JPEG. Well, as long as it's image. I've always used JPEG, so I think the system only used JPEG. Remember, all this is going to be posted to IPFS, so you shouldn't make it too big. In my case, I accidentally make it as a 1 megabyte, which is quite large. So it took some time. As you can see, I uploaded it, but it still hasn't shown up. But I have actually edited this video, so it's supposed to show up soon. Okay, I'm back again. As you can see, once you uploaded it, if you look at the right hand side, you will see a preview of the image. Can you see underneath the tick sign, next in between the tick and the skull symbol, you will see that, right? So that means it's up in the IPFS. The next one is metadata. So metadata are very important stuff that you have to put in. So what I've done is that it's very hard for you to input it into the thing directly. So what you should do is that you should do it like what I've done. Cut and paste it and put it on a notepad right here, and then you can edit whatever you need to edit. If you look at the part about image, it says ipfs.evura.io. That is the image link, right? And then if you see external URL, we have the generic license. Of course, if you're not going to use my license, you can put whatever license you want, but I will not be responsible. Okay, so what I've done here is that I use one of my own patent. I do have a patent on my own, in my own name, nobody else except my name, and I'm going to, because this is live, this is actually on the Polygon itself, so I'm going to do the whole thing correctly. So I will pause for a while and let this finish it, right? Because it takes time to fill in all the blanks. Right, this is the step where you need to copy the wallet address of the person that you're going to receive this NFT. In this case, I'm using myself, so I'm copying my own account address, because if you're going to sell this, you need to send it to yourself before you can sell it on Opensea. But if you already have a buyer, then you can just send it to the buyer. It's up to you. So paste it there, and then go to the after you paste all your metadata, you got to go on the left hand side. If you look at the left hand side, it says upload, right? So you got to make sure everything is correct. Press the left hand side upload, and then it will create another hash, because all this will be sent to the IPFS again. So everything is done on IPFS instead of the internet. Right, if you look at the right hand side, now everything is a tick 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 tick. That means everything is A-OK, and you can press the mint button. Yes, I'm going to press that soon. I'm just explaining. So when you press the mint button, yes, that button, yes, press on it, press on it. I'm still not pressing. Don't press the reset button. Once you do that, everything goes back to 0, so you have to do everything again. Right, so be cool, just be cool. Press the mint button, and the MetaMask thing will open again. Right, you see the MetaMask thing will open again. Okay, I'll let you guys, I'll wait for it to be finished. Alright, so that was pretty fast because it was edited. So what it does now is that you press on the transaction thing on the last page, and then you will come to this page called Polygon Scan. Polygon Scan is like an explorer. It tells you what are the things that have been transacted on the Polygon blockchain. So as you can see, success, green. But why exactly we are here is because we need to copy the, you need to copy the contract address. That's the address there, and you see the tick, it means it's done. Contract, and the reason why you need to copy the contract address because you need this to identify yourself on the Opensea live network. Okay, so I'm going to stop for a while and then let you listen to the music. Yeah, just before that, I should mention that the thing about NFT is that it comes with a unique ID, and the unique ID here is 1, as I was because this is the first contract. It goes on a consecutive number, so this is the 1. In OpenSea they allow you to create your own ID, but because of this contract we are using a consecutive number. Right, so this is 1, and you can see it's under my profile. But if you look on the URL on top, you will notice that it has the word Matic next to it. Matic. You must have this Matic, otherwise it will not point to your NFT. Because OpenSea traditionally has been using Ethereum. We felt that you will think it's Ethereum, but in this case you will put the word Matic on top here, and then followed by the contract address, and then /1 because this is the first one. You always know your ID because after you complete your NFT, you will always go to the Explorer, and the Explorer will tell you what ID was created. Okay. To the fact that OpenSea is not an instantaneous thing. You have to wait for a while. Like I said, because I edited all these things that you see here actually came in about 3 to 4 minutes later. When you type in the URL on top, which is basically your contract plus the ID plus Matic in front, you don't actually see any of this stuff. Right? So just be careful about that, and you don't have to lose your head over this. It will come out in time. So the last thing you have to do is to offer it for sale. Remember, this is only done provided that you have an account with OpenSea, and the account must be the same account that you issue your NFT to. If you use a different account on your MetaMask, then you will not see your own NFT, right? Actually, you can also see your NFT on your MetaMask if you cut and paste the contract itself. So basically, it's very simple. So at the end of the day, you are the owner. You can sell this, and that's it. And then you come to this page and you can sell it. Thank you very much.